Atlanta Comic-Con. Finally, 3 days off for me to enjoy fandom culture and promote my channel. I just hope Beakley doesn't eat everything in the refrigerator again. I guess I have a few minutes to take a rest before I hit the floor.
Where's my house?
Mitchell!
Derek! What the hell are you doing here? Wait, actually, where the hell am I?
You're in my hotel room for Atlanta Comic-Con.
How did I get here? I was taking a shower at my house. I come out to get coffee, and I open the door to find you laying there like, draw me like one of your French girls.
I was taking a nap, man. Wait a second. So, you're in your house, and now you're here and you don't know how you got here.
Yeah?
Oh, crap. Damn it!
Is that the Ancient Book of MacGuffin? Dang, the Gideons are getting so meta.
Oh, crap. So, according to this, if a convention dost thou go, thou must perform a crossover show. If thou hast not a companion with whom to converse, one shall be pulled from the universe.
So, because you decided to go to a con, I got pulled in here to do some kind of crossover?
It looks that way, man.
But you review movies and cook things. I mainly play video games and do fantastic voiceover work. What are we supposed to do?
We could review a video game movie, I guess.
You know what? I got the perfect idea. But before all that...
Hey y'all, I'm Derek.
And I'm ForNoReason. And welcome to the Obligatory Convention Crossover. Well, the power of plot holes have brought me here to do a crossover, and I know exactly which movie we're going to do.
And I think we're on the same page.
Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat? Really?
What's wrong with Mortal Kombat?
Oh no, it's fine. Same director, I'm cool.
Mortal Kombat is a video game franchise, originally created in an arcade format in 1992. The series soon became overwhelmingly popular due to its use of gore and comedy, in particular with the series trademark Fatality, a special combination of moves which would end with a violent death for the losing character. Because of the amount of blood in the game, it garnished criticism for being too violent for its intended audience, which, of course, made the game even more popular. And Mortal Kombat 2 came out only a year later after its original release. With the game taking so much lunch money from the youth of the nation, it didn't take too long for Hollywood to come a-knockin', and in 1995, New Line Cinema and Threshold Entertainment produced this movie, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Okay, I'll talk about some of the technicals. Threshold Entertainment is the longtime production company of many things Mortal Kombat. Not only this film, but the live tour, cartoons, and television series. They're also known as the producers of one of the worst animated movies of all time, Food Fight, which is a debacle for another time. Paul Anderson began his career with a controversial film called Shopping, where a couple of thieves would rob stores by running cars into shop windows. This would become his breakout piece as a director, where much of his style would evolve, and soon lead to a thriving career as a horror and action director, most notably the cult classic Event Horizon and the Resident Evil franchise of films.
Well, that's a lot of backstory we got through pretty quickly. And with that, let's start the movie.
And now, cut to the title sequence. The movie starts off with... Oh, I thought we were watching Mortal Kombat, not Versus.
This doesn't look anything like Versus.
Okay, I'll give you that Versus doesn't have that much terrible blue screen. Anyways, we're seeing a battle between some guys, and at the end, one of them points to the camera and tells the audience,
"You will be next."
No, he's actually talking to this guy, Liu Kang, who wakes up from a dream and into his greenly lit apartment, where he reads a telegram explaining his brother is dead, and he must return home.
And now we cut to a rave, where Sonya, another of our leads, is arming up to go after her arch nemesis, Kano, who we learn is actually working for the guy who killed Liu Kang's brother. And she beats a guy for information on where Kano has gone.
And finally, we cut to the last lead, Johnny Cage, bucking up against a room full of bad guys.
Wow, he's a real badass, ain't he?
Actually, it's a movie set. Anyway, we find out he's fighting the tabloids because they say he's fake, at which point his old master tells him about a tournament that if he enters can prove all the naysayers wrong.
But wait! We find out his old master isn't his old master, but the weird guy from Liu Kang's dream in the beginning. Dun dun dun! You know, for a movie that's based on a video game with a mostly implied backstory, there's a lot of backstory in this first 15 minutes.
And we're still not even done. We haven't even met everyone.
You mean there's even more leads?
There's only one more that you need to know, and you want to know them, trust me.
Alright, let's go.
Now, back to Liu Kang, who's returned home at a Buddhist temple to get answers about his brother, and declare his spot in the tournament to save the world. And who do we meet now?
That's so much simpler.
The Highlander. There can be only one.
Yeah, isn't it kind of funny that all of his major roles he's known for have to do with lightning?
Yeah, but there is no flipping in this movie, so there's no real correlation between his role with Beowulf.
Wait, he played Beowulf?
I guess you're going to have to watch my show to find out.
Shameless plug much?
Don't worry, I got one for you too.
Nice.
Anyways, cut to Hong Kong, where all of our characters are waiting for their boat to take them to the tournament. And... oh my god! Are we watching Big Trouble in Little China?
Do you see Kurt Russell?
Dang it, no I don't.
Then it's not Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, a man can dream. Anyways, our leads meet up on the ship, and the guy in charge, who we find out is a wizard named Sang Sung, brings out some muscle to show what he's made of.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Wow, they look pretty awesome. What are they going to do? The get over here or freeze?
Nah, it's too early for that.
Well then, what are they going to do?
Nothing.
What?
Just wait and see. You see, they prepare to attack, but are stopped by Raiden, who explains the leads are now in a competition called Mortal Kombat, a tournament to decide the fate of the entire world.
The fate of billions will depend upon you.
What's with that laugh? Okay, so they get to the island where the tournament will take place, and at dinner, we finally get a taste of Mortal Kombat.
Awesome.
That's what we've been looking for. Well, after that, Liu Kang, Sonya, and Johnny all go looking around, and they find Kano eating dinner at the table of Prince Goro, the general of the armed forces of Outworld. After sneaking away very loudly, our heroes are confronted by a swarm of red shirts. Well, hoods. And they proceed to beat the living crap out of them. So, Raiden comes in and explains Sang Sung gets his power from the souls of the vanquished fighters, and the tournament begins in earnest. The first up is Liu Kang. But it's a kind of boring fight, so let's go on to Johnny Cage, who meets up with Scorpion in the middle of an orchard, which soon becomes the infrastructure of hell.
Now, this scene is a lot of fun. It's very energetic and fast-paced, and campy enough to remind you of the original source material. Even the audacity of Johnny leaving an autographed photo when he absolutely annihilates Scorpion is in keeping with the original tongue-in-cheek humor of the video game.
And then Liu Kang fights Princess Kitana, the stepdaughter of the evil emperor Sang Sung works for. And although we know Kitana is going to throw the fight, this scene isn't really kinetic and kind of boring, being used more for plot exposition.
To win your next match, use the element which brings life.
So you mean hydrogen, oxygen, carbon? That's not really a very clear hint, is it? ForNoReason!
What? But Princess Katana.
Can we just get on with this?
Yeah. Okay. Well, right after the fight, we find Liu Kang in a monastery, and he's challenged by Sub-Zero to battle. And finally, Katana's clue makes sense.
Water.
Wait, that's what she meant? But that still doesn't make any sense. Water is just one of the ancient elements of life. It's earth, fire, wind, water.
Heart! Go planet!
No. Anyways, Shang Tsung decides to bring out the big guns and brings Prince Goro into the tournament. When he kills a friend of Johnny Cage, Johnny decides to go up against him with a brilliant opening strategy.
Infertility! Get out of the room!
Well, Johnny Cage kills Goro and Shang Tsung decides enough is enough and kidnaps Sonya and takes her to the inner reaches of Outworld, where Liu Kang, Johnny, and Katana follow. Shang challenges Sonya, who refuses, but Liu challenges Shang, and they have an epic battle where Liu Kang wins.
God, spoiler alert. Finally, everyone returns to the temple Liu Kang grew up in, and as Raiden, Liu Kang, Sonya, Katana, and Johnny walk towards a victory celebration, the Emperor shows up, forcing them to pose in dramatic ways, ready for the sequel to come.
But don't worry, that's a travesty for another time.
So that's the movie.
It's stupid, it's silly, and it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Now, despite the cheesy acting, this is probably the most accurate video game movie. Think about it. When you think about Mortal Kombat, what do you think of? You think of interesting characters fighting in bizarre and interesting settings with strange and interesting final moves. That's what this movie gives you. So if you really like the game, you'll probably like this too.
As far as the movie goes, it's flawed at best. The writing is archetypal, cut-and-paste action fantasy. The acting is sophomoric and downright comical from time to time. As for the directing, actually, I have no problems with the directing. It's a mid-90s action film, and it reads that way. And, okay, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I love this style. One of my favorite movies of all time, and you can laugh if you want, is the mid-90s film Hackers. Many of the tropes from that movie can be seen in this one. The fast-moving camera, the extreme framing, even constant electronica. For those of you who don't know, that's what we used to call electric music before there was dubstep. So even though I criticize it, I have to say,
I love this piece of crap!
and that goes for me too. So if you haven't seen this movie yet, give it a try. Well, thanks for doing that with me, man. ForNoReason.
Okay, I tried to go home the way that I got here, and it's just the bathroom.
Well, I have two options for you. One, you can take my car, go back home, and then come pick me up on Monday. Or, I happen to have another ticket to the con, and you can just stay up here and we can both ride home together.
Hey Bobby, I'm not going to be able to make it to work this weekend. I broke my foot.
Well, now that that's taken care of, thanks for stopping by.
And thanks for tuning in.
Now let's get out of here. Carrie Elway's panel's about to start.
Ooh, I loved him in the first Saw movie.